nervous, and then Kristen Clifford told me my hair felt like corn silk. I'm going to read you from my high school journal, so I'm sorry. My name is Nellie, and I was raised in a small suburb of Chicago, several small suburbs actually, and by the time I was 17, I had moved over 30 times. No? Okay. Thank you. As the youngest of 9 children and the only girl, I had a flair for the dramatic, and more than one chip on my shoulder. More often than not, I journaled as my alter ego, who knew everything. This is from November 27th, 1997. Everybody take it in. Okay. Think about where you were in November of 1997. Born? Okay, here we go. I am the type of person who loves to talk about herself but hates the sound of her own voice. I'm also the type of person who walks into polls and apologizes profusely for not watching where I was going. I noticed this pattern of stupidity when I was about 8. Everything before that point is lost in my subconscious, probably for good reason. I have only recently discovered that what I thought to be a character flaw that would have me forever dubbed weird is not, in fact, a character flaw, but mere character. Take, for instance, this sheet of paper. The original journal had a torn sheet of paper that I wrote this on. I was very tempted to rip it out, merely because it wasn't like the other sheets of paper. But then I thought about it. That would make me just like all the other people in this world who are on my don't deserve to share my oxygen list. If I ripped this piece of paper out for that sole reason, I would hate myself for not accepting the paper as it was and not giving it a chance. The only thing wrong with it is a damaged corner. If I conformed to that type of thinking, then I should have as well been ripped out years ago, but I wasn't. A little torn, maybe, but not ripped out. That was one example of why I feel myself to be a bit odd. I spent nearly half a page talking about a piece of torn paper. Now, anyone who thinks themselves to be normal wouldn't understand how someone could get so lost in their own thoughts. Some people have large, empty brains. I have a small one that is flooded with thoughts. I have thoughts coming out of my ears. I have so many of them. All of these thoughts have been compiled into a series of theories on why I will never be like anyone else in this world. I'm going to share these right now. Number 1. Why I will never marry. Well, that all boils down to one simple word, neuroses. Thanks, Mom. I am a walking, talking epitome of the word. The man that I marry will have to be capable of grasping the ideas that so randomly fall out of my mouth without warning. Either that or he must be an excellent actor and be able to make me believe that he understands. He must also be able to alphabetize the canned vegetables. I don't even eat vegetables. The man has not yet been built who can deal with all of my quirks. Even I can't deal with them. Number 2, why I hate Stephen King. Just thought I'd throw this in, short and sweet. The man writes novels as if they are algebraic equations. One simple formula, just plug in variables. Enough said. Wish I could get paid to be lazy. I'm going to stop with that theory, even though I could go on with pages, but it's not worth thinking. And now some Nellie-isms, which I literally wrote in my journal as Nellie-isms, most of which still hold true. Number 1, don't whine. Number 2, everyone operates differently. Your way is not an absolute. Be flexible and you'll be happy. Number 3, before you say it, think to yourself whether or not you would care if someone else said it. Number 4, before dating anyone, ask yourself this, would I let my best friend date them? Number 5, everyone has a reason for their actions. Find out their story before you judge. Number 6, don't be mean to anyone. You may need a favor. Number 7 is what? I have just come to the realization that throughout the course of my life, I will offend many people. The ones I don't offend, I will tire of quickly because of their lack of ability to understand me. I have also come to accept the fact that I will always be the funny girl that no one wants to date. Not that I have any problem with that. Since I can remember, I've been sure of two things. Number one, I hate grown-ups and refuse to ever be one. Still. Number two, since the day I was born, men were afraid of me. The first explanation is quite simple. Grown-ups are nothing more than scared, angry, prejudice-filled robots who have been trained to say the right thing at the right time. Not for me. The second explanation has taken me years to understand. 17 years. That is until I came to the shocking revelation that boys are dumb. I've spent my whole life around the male sex, and I've grown to be able to read them quite well. However, being the only girl in the family, I was treated as an alien. They had no idea how to take care of me or what to do with me. I cried a lot, I didn't like trucks, I had weird moods, and I found no joy in spelling out expletives with my urine. Later on, it was my father who didn't and still doesn't understand what to do with me. I actually feel sorry for him at times. The poor guy is constantly walking on hormonal eggshells. Enough about me. Okay, it's not enough. Here's some more. Who was I talking to? Throughout the past 17 years, I have accumulated a list of things that I never want to be and traits that I never want to have. What it all basically boils down to is that I hate my family, and I can never be like any of them. I was riding in the car with my mom one day, pondering the meaning of life. No big deal. When I was distracted by my corduroy pants.
It's majestic.
I began to admire those pants when suddenly I happened to glance over at my mom, and I realized that she was also wearing corduroy pants. I was suddenly fighting the urge to throw myself out of the moving vehicle. I was headed toward becoming my mother, and those pants have since been retired to the back of my closet. Last one, friendship. Oh, the big F word. As far as I'm concerned, I have one real friend. Wait, I just remembered. I hate her.